would be too hard, because I wrote this one night after I had tried to tuck them in bed, and I got really frustrated because they were having a lot of fun trying to get ready to go to a ball, and I wanted them to just get their pajamas on and go to bed. And they kept saying, "No, we're going to the ball." And I said, "No, we're going to bed." And so it was one of those nights where they, kept kind of escaping me and running off and putting on another princess costume. And finally I got them in their pajamas, and I got them in their bed, and then they wanted me to tell them a story, so I told them a story. Two little girls went to sleep. The end. That was their story that night. And some of you parents may know, what I'm talking about, but they were just having so much fun, and I was not having any fun at all. And so finally I got them, the lights turned out. "I love you, I mean it, good night." It was one of those nights. And then I started to think about how, quickly they were growing up, and how I only had just these few little moments that they actually wanted me to dance with them. Because I knew the day was going to come, because Emily was already in college, so we'd already gone past all those days when she was not really interested in me going to a dance with her any longer. And it was only a matter of time before some stinky, hairy-legged boy was going to come along that they were going to want to dance with instead of me. And so my heart was very heavy that night, because I thought, I missed a moment. I missed this, and I miss them so many times, because I'm so stressed out, and I'm worried, and I'm anxious, and I'm, worried about, what's coming, and getting ready for this meeting or that thing, and writing this song, and all of that. And so that night I wrote this song to help me remember to stop and take those moments when I had them to, in this case, dance with my Cinderella. And it was only a year and a half later that Maria would dance into the arms of Jesus in May of 2008. And this song is one more reminder for me of God's promises, that He doesn't waste anything. And that's an incredible promise, to know that we have a God who is so amazing and so awesome and so wise, that He can even take the most broken parts of your story, the parts that maybe you've hidden away from anyone. And because He's God, He, I believe, ultimately, as we trust Him, even with those parts, He will create beauty out of that. It doesn't mean it'll be easy. This is not a Band-Aid, trust me. My wife will walk right up here and slap me in the next week if she thought I was up here just saying, and here's the happy ending to the story, because, it doesn't work that way. But God has promised something that's way better than even the best fairy tale. And that is that there really is a day coming when He's going to wipe every tear from our eyes, and He's going to erase and undo the painful, hard things in our life. But not just undo it, but actually show how even through that He was working something for our good, for His glory. And so I believe that, still with questions, still with moments when it's hard to know, how are we going to survive this one? How are we going to make it through this? We don't have it figured out. We don't have it together. If you think of us, continue to pray for the Chapman family on our journey. But just know that here's a friend who's got a lot of battle scars and wounds, and still questions and heartaches, but a brother who is trusting along with you that God's promises are true, and that He is faithful, as He has been and will be. And for that reason, I know, as sure as I'm standing here, I'm going to dance again with my Cinderella. And not because it's a fairy tale, because that's God's promise. Amen. So this is Cinderella.